Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the administrative process. Now, in life, we run into many problems, whether it's with the police, like in traffic tickets and all kinds of things like that. We also get screwed over by just regular people that we deal with every day. The power of the pen. Many times, most of us think that we're helpless and there's nothing that we can do to fix that situation. Well, it couldn't be farther from the truth. If you're working on becoming a secured party creditor, you have the power in your pen that can make all the difference in the world. The guy that said, "The pen is mightier than the sword." Yes, he's right. I've been using these processes for my own problems in life, and unfortunately, I didn't learn them until a later age. So for me, it's only been in the last 10 years or so that I've been able to really do this kind of stuff with some powerful thinking and confidence. But the thing is, with success comes confidence. It's not the other way around. So let me give you a hypothetical case. You lend somebody some money, and like people do, even our own family members, sometimes they screw you over, they don't pay you back, and they act like they don't even know you. Well, there are a lot of times that you would probably just let that go because everyday life shows us that and teaches us that we have to shut up and take it. But that's not true. There's a thing called a commercial lien. Okay, now the IRS doesn't really put liens on people, but they put a notice of a lien, and even that is enough to make people buckle under, and that's not even a real lien. If you go talk to a judge, you can get that taken off because it's not real. So the IRS can't really put a lien on you like that, but you, as a secured party creditor, and even if you haven't got all your paperwork in yet for your freedom documents to make you into an on-paper secured party creditor, that doesn't mean that you can't do these processes. Basically, here's how it's done. The person that doesn't pay you back, you send them a series of letters. Now, they're specially constructed letters, which I have templates for these things on the website. Now, with these special documents, you write them up, you take the template and make it fit your situation. So you send off the first one. Now I like to use faxes, especially if I'm dealing with credit card companies, banks, car repos, and stuff like that, if they have a fax machine. I do the presentment by fax, and I do 3 of them. The reasoning behind this is that you need to give them due process. You need to give them a chance to see the wrong that they're doing, and maybe they'll fix it. Now, in my experience, if you're dealing with a private individual, most of the time, you don't even get through with the faxing or the first 3 documents because they can be mailed as well. I just use fax because it's much quicker. If they don't have a fax machine, then you send it by mail. It doesn't even have to be certified, really, but certified is better so that you have a green card that shows that they did or didn't accept the documents, so you have the post office as your witness. That's best. When you do it by fax, I do it with an online fax company because they give me a document that says the fax was sent, and when it was sent, and the fact that they received it. So because of that, I have witnesses, and that's my proof of service. Let's now imagine that this person that owed you the money doesn't answer you with any of these first documents. Now you step up to notary presentment. That's really what you want anyway, which is the notary presentment. Now what that means is you go through another set of 3 of these documents, but this time you send it, and you have the notary public send the documents for you. The first one goes out, and you're sending them via certified mail, and you have them returned to the notary. Now, the notary knows by you showing them on the document that these people have 10 days to answer you. If after 10 days, they don't respond to your document, and most times they won't, a lot of times they won't even accept the documents, they think that they can avoid this process by not taking them when the postman comes to give it to them. They refuse it, and that's even better because now you have an unopened piece of certified mail that gets returned to you. You do not open them ever. Do not open them. You let the judge open them when it's time to go to the judge. So you finish the first one, then you finish the second one, then you finish the third one, and the third one is defaulting them, which means that for the third time, they are in dishonor. They haven't even honored you to open those documents and see what they are. So now you have 3 unopened pieces of certified mail that went out, and nobody answered. Okay, now you send the notary. If you have a good notary, most notaries won't touch this stuff. I'm going to tell you that right now. You go down to your local notary, they're not going to do this for you because they just don't know what they're doing. They haven't had any commercial law training, and not that it's all that difficult, but they won't do it mainly because they're afraid. I have not run into too many that will do it. So now you send out the 4th piece, and this is the one that puts the hammer on them. This is the one that is a notary judgment against them, a default judgment, and now you file a UCC-1 financial statement against these people, and you put a commercial lien on everything they own. And it might be only for $1,000, but the whole idea of this, when you finally decide to file a court case against these people and take them to small claims court for the slam dunk, because what you do then is you take your unopened documents plus copies of all the ones that you sent them in the mail, the other 3, and you send all of that to the judge's chambers on the private side of the republic, and the judge opens them, looks at them, and now he comes out of his chambers. He cannot, without violating your rights, come out and show anybody those documents, but he knows that they're there. He knows that they've been defaulted. So the judge is going to ask, they can't even have an attorney. The attorney can't talk, and they can't put any new evidence into this thing because the documents were the trial. You understand? Your trial is over and completed, and they have been defaulted. So all the judge does is pass out judgment in your favor, and that's basically it. Now, this can be done with the police. Suppose a traffic stop, the cop stops you, and they really violate your rights and all kinds of stuff like that. You do the same process with them, and when you get all done, and you have a lien on them, now you take that lien, and you go down, and you find out who their hazard bond insurance policy is with, and you submit a claim. Now, as soon as the insurance company starts doing an investigation, the police officer cannot work. They can't work as a police officer if the claim goes through and you get paid. That police officer cannot work as a police officer anymore anywhere in the country. So it's pretty serious stuff. That's why when you use the copyright and these people stop you illegally, you can use the copyright to put a lien on them and get them out of office. And that's what we need. The police and the judges and stuff, as well as I do, that they're running wild. They're violating the Constitution every time they stop somebody, and all they think is it's just policy. This is just what they told me to do. So it's kind of like Hitler. He told his SS to go out and kill all the Jews, and then when they got to Nuremberg for the trials, they said, well, I was just doing what I was told. I was just following orders. Well, that's what we're dealing with here. They're just following orders. The fact is they're not immune to us. They may be immune if you try to do something with them in court, but the judge can't touch these liens. The Constitution makes it very clear nobody is to interfere with contracts between parties. Nobody. They can't do it, and if they do, they're committing treason. So that's basically all there is for me to say about that at this time. There's going to be quite a few more videos and documents that I'm going to be posting. You can go there, you can get notary presentment done there. I haven't put a payment button up on the website. You can also get documents done for you because a lot of people don't know how to do this stuff, and I can provide you with samples of documents that will be tailored to your situation. Okay, so thanks for listening, and I'll put up another video pretty soon. Thanks, bye-bye.